Welcome to the University of Michigan, Ross School of Business, here in Ann Arbor on a beautiful spring day. This is the outside of quite an impressive architectural building, the University of Michigan, a top-ranked business school. Hey, I'm Scott Fox. I'm back in Ann Arbor today, visiting some folks and doing some business. More startup-y stuff for all my friends around the world. I did a video a few months ago when I was here in town. I'm an alumnus here, so I spend a lot of time working with the university. And that video about the Ross Business School got a lot of views. So I'm doing a more detailed view because some of you literally have stopped. I've had friends stop me on the street and suggest that they'd like to see more. Especially I know some of you have students, college students, well, both really, who are coming and looking at colleges, and Ross School of Business, understandably, is an impressive part of the opportunities available to students these days. It's top ranked, I think, depending on the rankings, 4th or 8th in America, and is known for a variety of different programs and beautiful new campus here. I'm going to turn the camera around. This is an interior courtyard. I didn't get to check this one out last time so much, but really lovely space. And you can see all kinds of student opportunities here. And the building that I'm looking at there is mostly executive education. So the Ross School of Business has undergraduate BBA programs as well as master's programs. They have, I think, 15 or 20 different cross-listed business degrees that you can get with other schools, like with engineering, say, or different departments here. Because Michigan's a very large school, obviously, and they have a lot of cross-listed programs. There are also a number of, like I said, undergraduate, master's, PhD, and then executive education, so you can get certificates to other opportunities even later in your career. I'm here usually because I'm working with the Entrepreneurial Zelllery Institute, and this is a part of the university, obviously, focused on entrepreneurship, which, as you all know, is my expertise. Let me stop talking for a second. I'll take you inside. Okay, so now we're inside, and of course, like most popular places, the first thing you see is a Starbucks. So this is the main lobby, the atrium, essentially of the Ross School of Business. A beautiful space, thanks to Mr. Stephen Ross in New York, a real estate tycoon who donated $100 million 25 years ago to build this fantastic facility and take the naming rights, obviously. It became the Ross School of Business. That was a while after I graduated. It used to be just the Michigan Business School, but now it's the Ross School of Business, for good reason, thanks to his contributions. You see lots of students here. It's a Thursday morning, and classes are in session, obviously. I'm going to go peek in here, give you a sense of some of the classes. I'm going to stop talking, but you can see students in here doing some lectures. Yeah, it looks like a big class in there. And this is obviously goes up several floors, up and down. I haven't been downstairs. Let's go see what's downstairs. So this is pretty cool. Looks like a shared workspace. It says the Totsi Electronic Business and Finance Center. Lots of students busy there. Lots of meetings going on here. MBA programs tend to do a lot of group work. So these look like a lot of student teams and other folks working on their projects. More classes in session here. This is down on the basement, right? And then some individual student group workrooms. That's cool. They've got the screen in there so they can Zoom with other team members who may not be on campus today. Now let's go back upstairs. So here we're in the main atrium, obviously. I wanted to stop in here for a second. People always want to know about the food, right? So pretty complete cafeteria style setup here on the ground floor. Different stations, different kinds of food. We're in between meal times right now, so not too busy, but I'm sure it's going to be busy in about an hour. All right, you see those stairs over there. Out the window over there, you can see the Law Quadrangle, which is an old Gothic style complex. Kind of looks like Hogwarts or an East Coast Ivy, which I'm sure is what they were intending when they built it. So I'm going to head up these stairs here and show you around upstairs as well. So here's another view. Now we're back over by the executive education building. There you can see the tree. We walked down that pathway there and entered the building there. Then we toured around in a little bit up there, and I came down this hallway. And then you can see down here, we've got several more levels. There's students down there 2 floors below me. And A lot of nice study space, a lot of people taking advantage of the opportunity and the beautiful physical plant that this university business school offers. I wanted to just take a quick view over here, and then in case if you're just wondering how to get situated, that's a parking garage over there, the building there. So you can park there and walk right in if you have a car. But I thought this is probably a pretty important place for a lot of you who are considering a business school type degree, the career development office. So this is a big extended wing here, and they've got a lot of career resources, obviously, because that's kind of the point of a business degree, right? And then we've got classrooms here. Again, people in session, of course. Lots going on. We'll peek in here. Hopefully don't disturb anybody, but right, I don't know, you can't see through that reflection, I guess, but there's another classroom full of students there. And then there's some more nice study space here. Be quiet. There you go. You can see in this class a little better, right? See everybody's focused, working hard. Top students from all over the world enjoying the program here. Michigan started offering business classes way back in 1900, so it's over a 120-year program. And the business school itself, I think, was started in 1924, maybe, so it's about 100 years old. And I like these little cubby, these chairs spin around. Pretty cool little cubby holes, right? Yeah. And then over there across the street, what we're looking at is the School of Education over here. And I think this is social work, maybe. There's enough buildings here in Ann Arbor that, yeah, even someone who went to college here can't keep track of all of them. Plus, there's new ones every time I show up on campus. So it's quite a big and busy place. This building is the education school, like I said, and this right here is the old University High School. And the university got so big it absorbed the high school and then built more buildings around it. I used to take classes in that building. It hasn't been a high school for maybe 50, 80 years at least. Okay, back to the main atrium again. More of these cool study pods. And I just wanted to drop by here for a second because this is where I usually spend time. You can't quite see in there, but I don't want to bug them. I'm going to actually be meeting with these folks later, but the Zellery Institute. This is the Entrepreneurship Center, and it's actually an institute level, which is a higher level than just a center. This is an official department of the university sort of thing. Oh, sorry, here's the front door. Zellery Institute. And they've got some Dr. Seuss theme going on today, but Greg Latterman runs that. And they've been doing a great job preparing people for an entrepreneurial point of view. And as many of you may know, entrepreneurship is obviously it's my focus, but it's not been traditional focus of MBA programs. MBA programs are really designed for management, right? It's a Master of Business Administration, not like business entrepreneurship or something. So a lot of programs do have more focus now on entrepreneurship because they're not training people necessarily for corporate jobs, to be a manager in a vast, like General Motors style 20th century bureaucracy, but more instead to have entrepreneurial skills so that you can build startups. And that's what the Zellery Institute is about here. It's 20 plus funded by Sam Zell, who's was a major real estate mogul out of the Chicago area, I think. Here they're spotlighting different ventures. Yep, very cool. And more students studying here. So I think you're kind of getting the idea. So I'm going to wrap this up in a minute, maybe step outside. But upstairs here is offices. The dean's office is up there. I'm meeting with her soon. And then everybody else is down here studying, like I said. I'm just going to step outside and then we'll wrap this up. I want to give you a little more viewpoint of the rest of the town and the Ann Arbor vibe, because I know from my last video that a lot of people were watching from across the United States and certainly other parts of the world and trying to figure out if this was the right place for them, perhaps, for their business studies. And there are plenty of videos about the University of Michigan, and deservedly so, mostly about our football team, I guess. But this sort of inside daily life video is useful to people just to see what the vibe is like, right? And I gotta tell you, the vibes are pretty nice. It's a very professional yet friendly, and you can see everybody working hard or doing their makeup. But it's life, people living their lives. So the business school has got a lot to offer here, and I want to just step outside, like I said, to show you the context one of the reasons Ann Arbor is such a desirable place to live, which is out here. Let's take this door right here, because this is it's about 40 degrees today. So those of you from warmer climates, I know a lot of our friends in India, for example, you'd find this pretty cold, but you do get used to it. Everybody's got coats on, obviously, but it's a beautiful spring day, and you can maybe hear the birds chirping if I stop talking, and you can find that the entire campus kind of comes alive after the winter cold. And that's the law quad I was talking about over there. Very beautiful building, and I guess I could do a video over there too, because that's a very attractive place and people really kind of iconic, right? But so this is Scott Fox from the University of Michigan Ross School of Business. Happy to show off my alma mater here on a pretty spring day. This is the front entrance, by the way. I came in the back earlier to show you about 11 minutes ago. But that's the front entrance, and all new facilities, not brand new, but new, certainly newish, and nicer than a lot of other places I've visited, universities and business schools across the land. And then the rest of this is a lot of students on their way to class. So quick little panorama of Ann Arbor on a spring day, and here we go looking back at the business school. And I hope this is helpful to all of you. Go Blue, and best of luck in all your studies, and hope to see you here in Ann Arbor sometime. And if not, you can still cheer on our football and basketball teams. Thanks for listening. Let me know in the comments if this is useful. I go to a lot of business schools, and we could do more of these in other places. Or if you want to see the rest of the University of Michigan, or maybe the law school over here, I can do that in the future as well. Thanks for listening. Hope you have, and go out and make it happen.